are just ready to go. We're ready to go at it and talk about this life, this relationships.
So how do you let go of a relationship? Like you had a breakup over a significant amount of time, which could be random X amount of time. Are you still holding on to them, or are you not holding on to them? If you're not, how'd you let them go? Are you still thinking about them when every time you eat a steak or walk down the street to Target or something? What? How do you let go, or what?
I don't know.
Or have you?
Yeah, right. I was like,
has I guess you would say like how would you give advice to somebody who's trying to let go?
Somebody who's trying to let go, I say just let go.
I say
That's how you do it. No, honestly, one time I was riding with one of my homeboys from Los Angeles to Sacramento. I'll never forget it. I asked him because I was just getting out of a relationship or abandoned. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. But I said, so how do you let people go? And he was like, you just let people go. You just let them go. You just let it go. Like, you just get over it. Like, that was, and he was a man. And I don't know if this is what, I mean, but it's true though.
That's a man answer, and that's also a lie. It's
but
not that simple.
But I believe him though.
I know you believe him, but it's a lie because there's steps to it, right? It's like, how do you let somebody go? You delete their pictures, you cut off their fam, you cut off everybody.
Does that even help?
You know?
I don't think that's helpful. I don't think that's helpful.
You don't think that's okay? Well, I disagree.
Like
I'm saying there's steps. It's not that easy to say. Oh, you just let go. What does that mean? What does that mean?
But if you go down to the molecular level of that, of how to let somebody go, it's really a choice. It's that simple. It's really it is a mind thing, and you do have to just let them go.
That's not fallible.
But it's not, I'm not saying that's what I do, because I do not do that. Mm-hmm. But honestly, that's what you should do.
Because here's the thing: if you had any love for that person, and if whether it was reciprocated back at the same level is irrelevant. If you had love for that person, it's going to be hard to just let go. That's like the easy pussy way of dealing with somebody. What you do is you know what I mean. That's what you do is you take all the steps that you need to take to get this person out of your mind. You get distracted. You focus on yourself. You stop. You delete all their numbers. You delete all their pictures, all their videos, everything. You take them off Facebook and all their social media stuff, everything. You know what I mean? You for a time avoid places that remind you of them. There's all these steps. You know what I'm saying? That all those things to stop thinking about it, because it's impossible to deal with somebody for a year to 5 to 10 years, and your spot was, Shake Shack, and there's no way I'm going to go to Shake Shack in the next month.
Okay, but
you know what I mean? Like, there's no way I'm not gonna not think about them when I go to Shake Shack.
Yeah, but I feel like those are kind of like hardcore procedures. Like, did you break up? Is this an amicable breakup, or is this like we hate each other breakup?
Does it matter?
Oh, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
I
don't think it matters. Like,
you think if you guys both decided to mutually separate or whatever, break up, you feel it's best to cut everything off.
Everything.
All out of sight, out of mind.
Everything. Out of sight, but it won't be out of mind, right? Because you'll always think about them. You'll be thinking about them for a while. Depending on you, it could be 3, 6 months, years, you know what I mean, until you replace them. You know what I'm saying? And even if you replace them, you might still think about them. because the love was there. It's
Yeah, well, is that a
hard.
mind thing or is that a
Yeah,
heart?
yeah, it's
No,
always a
listen,
mind thing.
listen. Is it a mind thing or is it a heart thing? Like, can you get rid of? I mean,
Well,
you
to
just
be
stop
honest, your
thinking
heart
about
thing is
people.
your mind thing. But go ahead.
But you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I believe what's in your heart is what's in your mind. So if you control what you feel and your emotions, then I think it is easier to get something out of your mind.
If this person didn't mean shit to you and they were just like, sex or and whatever, you know what I mean, like somebody to like feel was like a filler moment, then you're gonna get over it quicker. On the physicality part, you're gonna be like, damn, I missed that
Right.
body, but you were not emotionally invested. Now, if it was a love thing, it's a love thing, then and you guys break up, then it's gonna be way, way, way harder. It's gonna
Yeah.
be way harder. And
Right.
it's gonna haunt you. This person's gonna haunt you for a good minute, for a very good minute. But
Yeah.
I suggest to get rid of everything that reminds you of them. Obviously, don't get rid of like like the car or something, like something essentials or stuff like that. You know what I
Don't
mean?
throw away the diamonds.
Yeah, don't throw
Don't throw
away
away the diamonds.
the silverware just because she bought them. Just but like all the little stuff,
But that's
which
still
is
gonna remind
big, like
you.
pictures and
That's
stuff.
I think I don't know. Maybe that's like immature.
What's immature?
In my opinion, like
To delete
you're
the
just
pictures and
you're
stuff?
just gonna throw like you're gonna want those memories like eventually one day.
I mean,
You might
okay,
want those memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, some people do need to just go hardcore cut out, either because that's how gangster some people are, and they need to do that to get on with their lives.
well, I guess I'm
But it's
bringing
not
up.
dealt with. But it's not dealt with.
I guess I'm bringing up possible things you can do. Yeah, you don't have to delete the pictures or whatever, but I do recommend stop making contact, don't save their phone number, delete their phone number. You can keep the pictures, I guess, if you want to. It's up to you. It's up to the individual, right?
But why can't
I keep all
people
my pictures. I keep all my pictures. I keep all my little notes. I keep all of them.
see? I'm an extra weirdo because like just because we break up, why do we have to not be friends?
Because we don't want to see you with somebody else. Why would I want to see you with somebody else?
Yeah, but that's just you talking right then and there because you're mad. But you know, that's life. Like if you guys are both decided to separate or not be together, then you should be happy for them if they're happy.
See, this is a such a woman thing. This is Women always want to break up with you and still want to be your friends. Why want to be your friend while you fucking somebody else after you just fuck me? Why do I what?
But see,
I'm supposed to hear you
but
talk about
that's
your boyfriend
yeah,
now?
no, yeah, no, that's a little bit more difficult. Like, how do you somebody you were physical with and you get
Yeah, like
around
how am I
them?
gonna be your
Like, how do you
friend? That's
just be in
weird.
the friend zone? Yeah, no, 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 I
Yeah,
feel that.
no,
Like,
come on now.
I feel that. I feel that. But
I don't want to be my
I
friend.
don't think things have to be so like horrible because you're just going to like suppress your real feelings. And when they come up later and you like hella miss that person and then you like drunk text them or I don't do that shit, but you know what I mean? Like
No, I never done this.
some people, right, exactly. I mean, some people miss people and you know, they'll hit them up or they'll pop up
Sure.
or they hope they see them or they try to manifest them
Yeah.
or whatever.
Why though?
Because they miss that old thing or they haven't
Why?
or they haven't found somebody else
Yeah, huh?
or um yeah.
I mean, why? I guess it depends on how they broke up too, right? Like,
Yeah,
well, maybe not because I know a lot of like women who've been cheated on and will go back to the cheater.
yeah, because I think people have like trauma bonds and like people when I mean when you have sex there's a tie, you have a connection, unless a lot of women act like they can you know disassociate the sex from the emotion, but I don't know, but even guys they can't do it either. I don't think I won't be gender specific, but I just don't think people really can cut you know, their feelings away from the sex.
So
Especially if
what?
it's really good, especially if the sex is really good.
So what do you say to to prostitutes and porn stars?
What about them?
Are they emotionally involved whenever they do a scene?
No, that's different. That's work. That's sex work.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, for sure. That's a whole different ball game.
The reason why I
That's all about
disagree,
money. That's all about money.
the
That's
reason why I disagree is because there's always that story, that porn star who said, "Well, I'm glad now that I'm up to where I am because now I get to pick who I get to have sex with. Before I didn't get to pick who I had sex with." To me, that's the emotion because they couldn't get, they didn't want to have sex with this guy, but they did because of the money. But they
right.
didn't want to. That sounds like an emotion to me. If they didn't care
Well,
and it wasn't emotional, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, "I'll fuck anybody, give it for the right price."
right. I'm not totally sure, but that would be more like maybe just, I could call my shots now. I could have
But
sex with I could have sex with whoever I want to
yes,
have.
that's what it is. But also before this, did you hear what I said though? Like they said, "I'm glad now that I can pick because before I wasn't able to pick and I didn't want to have sex with those guys." That's an emotion. That's a choice, right?
Well,
They chose to do it, but they didn't want to because they didn't like the guys. Like once you put, "I didn't like the guys," like
but
that
they
sounds
want
like
to
an
get paid
emotion,
though. But they want
right?
to get
Exactly.
paid.
So they did
But
it.
they want to get paid. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the attitude, the emotion that came in it. You know what I mean? They weren't really into it because they weren't into the guy. That's an emotion, right?
Well, maybe it was just something that they had to do. And
Yeah,
I mean, when you're at work, it's something you
yeah,
have to do. But if you enjoy your work,
right,
then, it is going to be more enjoyable, but that's
right,
not necessary. It is an emotion,
right,
but it's not necessarily, you have an emotional tie to that person.
right,
Not,
exactly,
not, not like you're thinking about them or you want to go to dinner with them and talk to them
right.
on the phone or anything like that.
I'm just
Like
saying the
that's a whole different ball game. Money and sex is a whole different ball game. That's
money,
work. Money, sex,
sex,
food.
sex, love, and money. Most stuff, sex, love, and money.
So, but I don't know. That's different. That's very different. But I don't know. For me, I don't. If I ever told somebody I love them, like I always love them. If I don't, you can't just lose love for people,
So what?
even if they do you terribly wrong.
Hmm.
Just the type of person I am.
Yeah.
I mean, it might make me really mad and I might react pretty terribly, but I still love them. But, sometimes, you gotta let.
Yeah. Nobody's saying, and that nobody's saying that to dissipate the love, but once that person, disrespects you, you're not going to have the same love as you had for them before. And then I also wanted to say that I have probably, I think every girl I've had sex with during high school in my 20s, I'm cool with now. Like we can talk now, and some of them are my good friends now. But it took a long time for us to get there because I had to get over get over them, and then
Yeah,
to where like I can hear them talk about their husbands or boyfriends because I am not sexually attracted to them whatsoever. Like that part is gone. But it took
exactly.
years for that to happen, though. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And
So
it could have taken less time if you guys amicably just let things go, didn't do all the unfollows and throw away pictures and burn, I don't
but
know,
why
whatever.
does time matter? Like as long as we're cool now, why does that matter?
Because like it's like you
That's the
went
process
but
we had to have each individual that I was dealt with. That was our process. And with those girls, even with them, like I still have pictures of them. I didn't throw away any pictures. I was just shooting out like
right,
advice, like
right.
you could,
Yeah,
if you really want to get over somebody, maybe that could help you get rid of the pictures. Like me, like I delete phone numbers. I don't get rid of pictures. I delete phone numbers. I delete talking to any of their family or their friends that we had mutually. I get rid of my
But see, but people
IG.
get
I get
hurt.
rid of
People
the
get hurt
IG.
that way. People get hurt that way.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I think when people cut off everybody, just
Yeah.
because we broke up or whatever, like that especially if you have a lot of people involved, different family
Mhm.
members, like people get hurt by that. And I think it's sometimes it's hard to come back from.
But it's not about them. It's about you getting over this breakup.
Right, but they don't see it like that. Because
Well,
like
that's
they
on
they
them.
see,
That ain't got nothing to
yeah,
do with
no,
me.
I feel you, but they see your reaction and that's just like terrible to them. And you could either recover from it or you won't
Okay.
recover from it. And
I'm trying
people,
to recover from the
I think,
breakup.
yeah, but
This is
we
this
have
is
to, we
how
have
this
to,
is the process.
yeah, but I don't know. I feel like we need to separate more amicably and like literally have like, I mean, this never happens, but it would be nice to like exit relationships with like a thorough conversation of what's expected, or instead of just, a lot of people are out here waiting on closure, and closure never comes. But I think if people handle things more maturely, um people could still be friends, and
Oh my God.
people can still be friends after a while. And
Well, after a while, yes.
yeah, you know what I mean? It could be,
So so you're so
maybe it
you're
wouldn't be years, maybe it won't be years, maybe it would be, but people
most
sometimes
likely
need
years.
years. And what's 3 years out of 89 years of life? Like, that's really not that long. Like,
So your boyfriend breaks up with you. I'm sorry, your boyfriend cheats on you.
ooh, death. Sorry.
You still want to be his friend
Mm.
because of all the love that you have for him. Let's say you guys are in 3 years. You guys are
You
3 years
know me, it's
in.
a wrap for you, son.
You guys are 3 years in. He cheats on you. He tells you flat out. He's very sorry. Stacy, I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you something. I cheat. I had sex with her name is Yolanda. Yeah, like it just happened. It will never happen again. I want to stay. What do you? But I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. Blah blah.
I don't
What do
know.
you do?
It just depends on how much I like you. Like,
3 years in.
but
How
that
much?
doesn't mean, do I like you? I mean,
It
sometimes
doesn't.
I mean,
3 years relationship.
I was with somebody for 2 years and I thought I was gonna marry him, but they went psycho basically.
Okay,
And
but it doesn't matter. You were in 2 years. You thought you were going to marry him. Same situation. Three
yeah,
years in, you thought
but
this
people
is the
change.
guy.
People know,
Yes.
people change.
Okay.
People
Yes.
change. And I mean, if it depends if I like him. Like I said, if I
I'm
like him a lot.
confused. How long does it take for you to know that you
You
like
know how
somebody?
many women have stayed with their dude that's cheated on them?
Wait,
A lot of
and
people.
didn't like him?
No,
Because you said it
they
depends
stay
on
with
how
them
much I
because,
like him.
yeah, like if I like you, I might give you another try.
You stay with people for 2 years and not like them?
I don't have many examples because I don't really get in relationships like that. But um I'm just saying people change. In 2 years, 3 years is not a long time to really get to know somebody.
So the last guy you had who was 2 years before he went psycho, you just said that thought you were going to marry this guy. You didn't love him,
No, I did, but he didn't cheat on me. That was
you liked him.
I've never been cheated on. I've
Okay,
never been cheated on.
I
So,
understand. Okay, cool. You're
but
very lucky ones.
yeah. So, but that's why I'm saying a lot of women stay with people that
I'm
cheat on
talking
them.
about Stacy. You okay?
And
You
I
like
say, if
him.
I like them, if I really
You
like
like
them,
yes, you really liked him for 3 years. You really liked him because you stayed with him for 3 years. He cheats on you. It was a mistake. He tells you he's not going to do it again. Remember that you do like it in him. You might
yeah,
even love him. You think you guys are going to get married.
yeah,
Okay.
I probably stay with them. Yeah.
Wow. Why?
I mean,
I mean,
people mess up.
yeah, people mess up.
People mess up. It also depends on his sincerity. But if he does it again, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes, right.
it's a wrap. Like we don't have kids,
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
yeah.
have anything to keep us together. Like you violated my trust, my love.
Yeah.
You clearly don't want me. But he might want you, but he
He
can't get
just
it
did it.
together. He just can't get it together, you know? And it's
He
like,
just had he
are
had
you
a
gonna
moment of
stay?
weakness.
Yeah, are you gonna stay and just continue to wonder and waste your time? Or are you gonna leave and wonder and wish that you stay? I don't know. It's really a catch-22. It relationships are probably the hardest thing we'll have to deal with in life. Um, everything's case by case basis. I mean, you could recognize some behaviors and patterns in people, but
You know what? That makes me wonder. Like some people, you know how some people say, relationships are work, and you go to counseling to make it work, or you go to couples therapy, well, same thing, to make things work, or you need communication, all this stuff. But then there's other couples who say, oh, it's a breeze, like me and her, like me and him, like we communicate, everything's easy, there's no work, I never yelled at him, blah blah blah, she never yelled at me. I wonder if the ones I think those relationships are beautiful, right? Like I envy those, right? That's perfect to me, right? The ones who say we need counseling and therapy, is that already a sign that you guys aren't supposed to be together? Like there's like maybe you're together for superficial reasons, or unprecedented reasons, or reasons that what I mean, like you thought this was the person, but maybe he's not, but you
yeah,
just want to stay with him because you
right.
think you don't have any other options, kind of thing, and you go to couples therapy, or counseling to fix something that is not supposed to be, to get
Not
let's go
fixing.
together like a puzzle piece, like a wrong puzzle piece. You know what I mean? Because I believe that the couples who say, we communicate, we never, it's a breeze. There's no work. We get along really, really well. That's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Everything is cool.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be. There shouldn't be any work.
Well, because people, no, there's always going to be work, but people
Even
get,
with the couples
but
that say there's no work.
no, hold on, people get together for the wrong reasons. But like
Mm-hmm.
the example, the scenario you gave, they
Yeah.
sound like they were best friends. And that's what is needed in relationships. You want to be with somebody that's your friend, that you could
Mm-hmm.
communicate with, that you could build with, that you could share with, that you understand their logic, how they move, why they do this. Like, you have that connection, that chemistry or something. But there's a lot of people out here who are together for the wrong reasons. They linked up for the wrong reasons, and them trying to hold on to the relationship or trying to figure out what's going on, because maybe one of them hasn't even, or both of them haven't even found themselves. They're not individuals, so they need additional help.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to therapy, and they want to,
Hmm.
because they love this person, they have
Sure.
children with this person maybe, and they need help to learn how to communicate and work through these problems.
Mm.
But maybe they can't, or I don't know. I don't think therapy's a sign that the relationship has failed,
Mm.
but it's definitely a way to get people on the same page, to figure out what's happening, why they're not communicating, you
But
know.
but just because they have kids, or they say they love each other, that doesn't mean that they should stay together.
I mean, that's people.
Especially if they can't communicate with each other. I remember I was listening to this comedian on this podcast. She married another comedian, but she still can't open up to this person fully. Like she's still going through steps and steps and steps, trying to open up to her husband. And I'm sitting there like thinking, like, why'd y'all get married then? Like like if that was me, I would be like, yo, I'm not gonna get married to you. You tell me everything that's wrong with you, because I don't want no surprises. I don't want no surprises for my wife. This is the woman I want to have kids with. I don't want no crazy psycho like, you killing me in the middle of the night because you're angry at your dad shit. I don't want you choking me just because some other guy choked you. Like I don't want none of that shit. I want no
Yeah.
surprises. I want everything flat out on the table. You're telling me you still in counseling, and I married you? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot for marrying you.
Well, a lot of people aren't healed. A lot of people have baggage going into relationships, thinking the relationship
Of
is going to
course.
heal them. And
Ah.
and it's not. A relationship doesn't heal
Mm.
you. It you have to, that's a journey you have to do on your own.
But do you marry? But do you marry? Okay, I hear.
Yeah.
But if I'm the other person, so I'm the other person. I'm the guy. I'm like, why would I marry this woman? I'm like, you need to, deal with your shit first.
Well, you probably saw that big old booty. You probably saw some big old titties and that pretty face and
That
everything
don't work
else.
no more.
All
That
that
doesn't.
was all that was linking up and popping and
Yeah, that
and
don't
you
work anymore with me. Not at my age.
and she could cook
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
and got
I'll be with somebody who can't cook. She'll learn how to cook.
yeah.
I
But
teach.
I'm just saying I really wholeheartedly believe people get into relationships for the wrong reason. And that's why there's so many issues.
Man, I remember I was watching this thing on YouTube, and it was like it was part of the show. I don't remember, but it was two people. It was a young couple. I want to say like maybe mid-20s. They went on the show, and they were saying like they were each other's best friend. Like the chick was like saying, "You're my best friend," and the guy was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So they got together. They were friends first, and then got together, right? But the guy cheated on her, like more than once, right? And during this time, they're all like really cordial, really nice, or whatever. And she got emotional, and he was like, I kind of like apologetic, but not really. And then the second one show they did, they were mean to each other. They were like assholes, especially the dude. The dude's always an asshole, but they were both assholes. And it was just so weird to hear, oh, we were best friends, to I hate you, I hope I never see you again. You know what I mean? Like that
No, it
whole
hurts so
journey
bad.
is
Yeah.
so
It's like, how did we get here? Like, how did this happen?
but here's the thing though, here's the kicker, and this is what I've used also. Like the guy said we were never together. She thinks they were boyfriend and girlfriend. He said we were never together. That's why I had sex with all the other girls. I wasn't committed to you. Just because I'm having sex with you doesn't mean I'm with you. And
Oh,
I agree with that. Somewhere along the line, communications were crossed or
oh
something.
yeah, for
You know what I
sure. Like
mean?
I thought you, yeah, like that's weird. Like
Well,
how do you,
I had a girl say, because and
oh,
if fellas don't do this if you listen. I once told a girl, oh well, I was talking to a girl, I guess it's pillow talk after you have sex and you guys are huddled up or whatever. We are not together, we're not official, but we were talking about marriage and how we wanted to wear like, oh, if we get married or whatever, we wear like red Adidas and blah blah blah, right? So yeah, so years later, we stopped dating, whatever, but years later goes by, and we start dating again, and she brought that up because I was telling her we were never girlfriend boyfriend, and she brought that up. She said, "You don't tell somebody you don't talk to somebody who you're just dating about marriage. You guys are together if you're talking about marriage." And that to me was like, see, that's a cross the communication, because I don't agree with that.
right.
I never said we were boyfriend or girlfriend. I never heard you say that. So, but we did have sex a lot, and it doesn't mean that we're boyfriend or girlfriend. Now,
Ooh,
if I bring up
yeah.
intimate stuff like that or marriage or whatever, yeah, that's cool. That's lovey-dovey stuff. I got butterflies on my stuff. I get giddy sometimes. Yeah, when I'm with you, yeah. But labels were never uh, talked about, established. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, in my mind, we
Yeah,
were never together.
you were never
But to
together.
her, she thought that we were a
Yeah,
couple. But if
yeah,
that was the case, I cheated on her hell of times.
Yeah. See, no, that's interesting. But I do have to say, just from an experience I was in, you have to tell people, you have to identify your intentions with that person. Because just because you're doing relationship things does not mean you're mutually,
Exclusive, yeah.
yeah, like you're a couple.
Yes,
And I've
I agree.
learned that. So, like, you
Sure. And at
can't.
the time I was in my 20s, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean? Like, that's interesting. That's a real situation. Like, you have to tell people what your intentions are, because you over here acting like you're in a relationship and you're
Yep.
thinking you're building, and the whole time the other person is not there.
So what? Yeah. So Will, my
That's
advice for
real,
yeah, my
Jay.
advice for guys is, or at least for me, like at a time there, I was being a player, and a player is somebody who has a bunch of women but doesn't tell those women about the other women. But you're not. But you don't. You're not. You're not labeled. You guys are dating. You're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys are just dating. So yes, you are
They're
able.
single. They're
You
single.
yes, you guys are able to date. So is she. She's able to date, but you don't have to tell her that you're dating other people. Now, I
See, I
would.
would, yeah, I'd have a problem with that.
Yeah. So then after I got in my late 20s to 30s, I started being the pimp. And the pimp is this. You tell every woman that you're dating other women. You tell them flat out. You be honest with them. You tell them I'm still dating, I'm still fucking other girls. But if you don't like that, it's cool, I understand. But if you're down the rock like that, you'll never see them. They won't bother you. It's just me and you. That way you put it flat online and you give them a choice, because some guys don't, they do the play because they don't want to lose them, right? They want to keep that roster of women. They don't want to lose the women because they like having a buffet of vjj. But if you pimp it, you could still have the buffet. It might be less, but guarantees, if you're putting the thing down, or you have a great personality, you got a little cash, and you like to go out, or
Yeah,
you're
they're
fun,
like,
then the
yeah,
women they won't mind. In fact, they'll be competing with the other women to try to win you over.
yeah. See, I don't know. No, I hear you. I hear you. But at this age, I couldn't do that. Like, if I'm dating, no, if we're all dating, okay, that's fine. Like the first few days. But if we're starting to like go into a direction where you talking about it's me and you,
Mm-hmm.
then I couldn't, if no, I couldn't be with that person. I
Yeah.
couldn't even, I would cut that person off. I wouldn't just continue to be in a relationship, or a faux relationship, or a situationship with somebody just because of their charisma or whatever.
Yeah,
No way. Absolutely not.
I think now I'm like, okay, I know she's gonna be dating other people. I'm not even gonna question that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, are you fucking somebody else? Like, I'm gonna already assume that she is. I'm not gonna assume that, oh, I'm the first one she's dated in like months or years. Like, I'm just gonna focus on me and her. Now, if we start getting tighter and tighter and tighter, then she feels it and I feel it, and or she brings it up or I bring it up, then and I'm feeling a certain way. If she's not down with that, then I gotta let her go, right?
Yeah.
That's how the process should be, because you're ready, but she's not ready or he's not ready. Then you gotta move on. Because
Yeah.
how long are we gonna date? How long are we gonna, you
But
like
I
me,
mean,
I
a lot
like
of
you, we're
people,
having fun together. Like, how long are we gonna keep doing this? Like, let's focus on each other, or let's just stop. Cause I ain't
yeah.
got time. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
Okay, I got time either. But I think a lot of people want a relationship for that physical companionship or sex.
I
Like,
think people.
I don't
I,
know.
I think the opposite. I think people want like a long LTR. They want a long term relationship.
Really?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I don't
Well,
know.
it could be 50-50. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's mind. I
Right, right.
just personally think people want that person. The only people who don't want that are the people who probably just got out of something, or say they moved somewhere, and like the LA and like, oh, this all this
Yeah, I mean,
big
maybe people.
invitation.
Yeah, maybe people want a relationship, but I don't think they're talking future commitments, relationships.
I disagree, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just,
I think a lot. Because I've been on different dating apps, and there's so many people on there that I have to disagree with that. Even
really,
like beautiful, tender, okay, Cupid, Bumble, Hinge. There's so many women on there. Some of them I see on the other ones, and
yeah, I mean,
they
that's
want
the
an
thing.
LTR.
Yes, women, men don't want no long-term relationship.
We do. You know what happens?
I have a lot of friends that are on those dating apps, and there's no dudes on there that they like.
I know, but women now are
Maybe Hega
more.
Boozy.
They're more. First of all, to blame the men. The men don't know how to do like good, good profiles. Two, women are very, very picky. They're on this Cardi B, Beyonce thing. I don't know what the hell is going on. They feel like they need to not date a garbage man, but date like a businessman or a lawyer or something, somebody who makes like six figures or something, which is not reality. So they all want the same man, but that man has options. So he's already taken or he doesn't want to be taken. He's trying to fuck every bitch in the goddamn city. So you guys don't want to, I guess, settle. I hate that word, but settle for the average Joe because you might make more money than this guy.
I'll
Let's say
take
that.
it. I'll take an average Joe. I for
Thank
sure
you.
would take an average
Yeah,
Joe.
let's say you meet it, not you, but let's say like a bougie, not okay. What's that movie with Taraji P. Henson when she was chasing homeboy and he all he wanted, he's a cook, all he wanted to do was get his own food truck. But the food
Oh
truck,
yeah, yeah,
then he ain't gonna be rich anytime soon. And she's like
yeah.
a big time lawyer or whatever.
But
Obviously she
he has
makes more money.
ambition. But he has ambition. We can work with
Exactly,
that. We can
exactly.
work
Now let's say this though. Let's say she meets a teacher, and his only ambition is to either get a pension or work for a university or be the principal of that high school. Now she's still gonna make more money than him, even if he becomes a principal. Does she not date him? I mean, he's got everything else. He's nice. He's fun. He's funny. He's not boring. They can go hiking.
Yeah. Oh, think like a man. That's what it was called.
Is that wasn't Think Like a Man?
Where the
No,
guy?
was it Think Like a Man?
What's his name? Isn't that Michael Easley or
Yeah,
something?
Michael Easley. It was Think Like a
Or
Man.
Ely or something?
Yeah, Michael Easley. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like nowadays, women want the businessman, but even if you date the businessman, first of all, he ain't gonna be around that much because he's gonna be running his business, and that takes that takes a lot of hours of your time.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
even if you guys do date, like you're not gonna see this nigga. And then I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, he's gonna have the option. So you're gonna be vying for him, and other women are going. You know what I mean? So it's this high value guy, 5 girls.
Oh shit, Kevin Samuels.
Which one is he gonna pick? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He has options. Do you? You know what I mean? There's a high value woman who makes 6 figures. It's like my thing is like
when
real
you
quick, real quick.
but
When
when you're
when
a top
women
tier woman,
settle,
it's hard to even find a dude on your level that wants
what's your
you.
level though? What is that?
Especially as a black woman, like it's really hard to find. And if you're not into dating outside of your race, it's really hard to find another black man that's high value that is attracted to
Why
you.
are you looking for that though?
What do you mean?
Why are
Why
black women
wouldn't you
looking for
be?
high value men? And what
I'm just
and is
saying.
that money?
I'm just saying women on that, who
Oh, okay.
who are like that.
Yes.
If we're talking about high value, like
Yes.
6-figure, 7-figure type folks.
But also my thing is like what is settling? Like
It's
women
hard for black people.
what does settling mean to you?
Settling is when
Yeah.
you don't get anything that you want out of
Anything?
out of a relationship. Yes.
But you stay with it because you're
But you
settled.
just settle with it because it's somebody.
So let's say
It's somebody who's occupying your time, so you probably don't have to deal with yourself, or just somebody to do something with, because you don't have to be alone. Because even being a woman, there's a lot of especially if you're a single woman, and people, your family members, and it's a generational thing. They always want to say something like you're lacking, you know what I mean? Or like, oh, you don't want babies, you could have babies, you could just have whatever, artificially insemination, blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. It's crazy.
So let's say you meet somebody who is very cool, maybe he's cute, he's not somebody you would ever date, but you guys are, for some reason you guys have to hang out, right? Then over months or whatever, he starts to wear you down because he's asking for it. The first month you guys meet, he asks you for a date. You say nah, because you're in your mind like this ain't my cup of tea, right? Months go by, whatever. He's a good guy, right? Maybe the 6 month he's like he asks you again, right? And maybe you say yes, or right. You go because you say he says just a cup of coffee, right? You just go to a cafe. Something innocent. You say cool, why not, right? You guys are talking, whatever. He's really really cool, right? But still physically and maybe even financially, he's not something you're looking for. But then months go by, days go by, you're dating all these other guys. They keep fucking around, they're not serious. But this guy is serious. If you decide to have a relationship with this guy, but he's nothing that he's nowhere on your list, is that settling?
He's nothing on my list. I mean,
But he's nice, he's fun. You guys, he
he's
makes
got
you
a he's
laugh.
got a hit. He's got to hit at least 4 out of the 5
Why?
points,
But he's
because you just
nice. He respects you. He loves you. He supports you.
those are what I want. Those are
Okay.
great. It depends on the person. It depends on the person. But
He's not. But he's not handsome. Maybe he's a little overweight. Maybe he's like
we can
your
work out.
height.
We can work
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Okay, but if a woman who wants somebody six figures, six abs, 6 feet, right? We all know that, right? The 360. Is she settling if she dates somebody who's not that? Is that settling?
If that's what her main points are, like
Because none of that
if
says
those are the
anything
top
about,
3 on her list, if those are
because
her
none
top,
of that says anything about emotion and heart
yeah,
and
right.
love and
But
support.
yeah, right. But a lot of people that might not be their thing. That might not be what they're looking for. They're probably looking for that status, superficial,
Mm-hmm.
pretentious life.
So for them, it's settled. Okay. So that's a good perspective. So for a woman who's kind of like upscale, bougie, high value, which in this case we're talking about money earning, Mount Vernon. For them, anything less than them is settling.
No, not if
But that's what
both.
they're looking for. They're looking for somebody either equal to them or higher. But if they
Oh,
find somebody who just loves them and respects them and wants to worship them respectfully, supports them, but they don't make nearly as much as she makes and is not physically their cup, on their list. If she does date this man, she is settling.
yes, if those things that you just mentioned aren't in her top 3 or top 5.
Why isn't that just falling in love?
People aren't looking, may not that not people will fall in love with the person that has the same accomplishments and attributes as them. That could be love for people. Like love, what you love is defined by everybody has their own definition of love and success, and there's different measurements for all that. So I mean, yeah, she would be settling. She would be settling.
You think a relationship can work if it was all about money?
A lot of relationships don't work, and it's all about money.
But I'm asking you, does those do those relationships work?
You need more than just money for a relationship to work.
Can they work though?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
forever? No
Um,
divorce. No divorce. Forever till one of them dies.
so what? We don't even talk to each other, but you got big bread.
the
Are we going
maid
like?
tells
Do
you
we
I'm
enjoy?
believing.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you would at least, at bare minimum, have to enjoy that person's
Right?
company, and they don't repulse you. You
Yeah.
know, like every time they chew, and you're just like, shut up. You know, like that
Right.
would be. I couldn't do it.
Because
I could.
I could tell you like there's so many, there's been like I think 50-60% of the women I've dated, I probably would have never dated unless we had a conversation. Because physically, they would never date me if I came up to them off the rip and try to get at them. You know what I mean? Like either we had a class together or we worked together, or for some reason I just see them all the time at clubs and stuff like that. And I made them laugh, and we had they finally talked to me. I kind of like talk them down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then they give me the exception. But I've also um, went up to women and been turned down, but they never told me. Well, one told me, but I knew her already. Other ones who told me I was too short, we knew each other already. So it was like, okay, so it didn't hit me as hard. I wasn't like on some red pill rage shit. Oh, everybody, all these bitches hate me because I'm short. Fuck these bitches. And like I had a pretty good dang run, but I just like now as older, I think the older women like past 30 for they want more physical traits on the guy. Where what I'm saying, so it's been harder for me to date. And plus I don't try anyway, so
Yeah.
that
I
doesn't
don't
that
know.
doesn't help either.
Yeah. But like what you were saying earlier, I can see how, there's like those sugar daddy relationships.
Mm.
That's all based on money, and people will stay in those relationships.
But those relationships are
And
they
then
like
and they'll
relationships
laugh.
like they are together, like just those two?
I
Or
mean,
is he a sugar daddy to other women? You know what I
mm,
mean?
right. I don't know. Like you said, there's different variations of
Because
everything.
a sugar daddy to me, if you're in a relationship, sounds like a regular relationship. Because on the old traditional scale, the guy makes the money and the woman is the housekeeper, right? Homekeeper
Or
keeps
she
the
just
home,
shops and spends his money.
but she also will he'll put kids in there, he'll shoot the club up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's all she's good
But
for.
maybe
That's all she's good for.
or maybe they don't even have sex at all. Like, and it's strictly
Mm.
financial. Like that's why
So that's a sugar daddy. Yes, yes.
yeah, I was just trying to think of where people are in relationships just for financial reasons, and that popped into my head when you were
Yeah.
talking.
OnlyFans girls, cam girls.
Yeah, like people,
Yeah,
it
sugar
works for
daddy.
some people.
Yeah. And then like, then she'll spend his money with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
Or her husband or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, and I
They
think
exist.
yeah, and I think women are pretty hardcore on their lists as they're younger, but once you kind of live a little bit longer, your lists
I agree with that, yeah.
they change,
Yeah,
and
but sometimes they change for the worse though.
yeah, because it's like I
Because
could do
more now
good.
it's about money
Yeah,
now.
yeah, but it's because like I could do good by myself. Like, why would I bring somebody into my situation that doesn't help my situation?
I just think like I hate it when like, like let's say the woman is like she's like a social media marketer, right? She has her own company, whatever. She meets a dude and he runs a food truck. She obviously makes more money than he does, but he's okay. He's single, has his own place, or maybe one roommate, but
But if he
they
has a food truck, like to me, that shows ambition. So let me use my social media marketing skills and make you a page and a profile on all the social networks, and let's promote your business so that you could be really, turn it into a
what
franchise
if
or
he just has a
turn it
nine to
into a
five?
order. Is it a state job? Is it a career job? No,
No,
seriously. Like this, is it a career job? Like, are
what's
you
a
gonna get
career job? Like
are
a
you gonna get a
teacher?
pension? Do you have health benefits? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But he doesn't make as money as she does.
that's fine. I mean, it's not
Is it
about.
though?
I mean, I know some women. I, I don't know. I know some women trip off of that, but I think men trip off of that more. Like, I feel like that's something that intimidates y'all,
I think
because
so too,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if a man, like, for me, I can only speak for me and like people I know, like, ambition goes a long way. Like, as long as you're ambitious,
But what if he's just stuck there? He likes his job. He
yeah,
makes his cap salary, which isn't will never be as high as hers. He's
that's fine.
fine. Will a business-minded woman with a Birkin be okay with that? With a Tesla, living in the hills in a studio apartment, will she
Yeah,
be
because
okay with
like,
that?
yeah, as long as his check covers the bills and the mortgage or whatever, then we can use my money.
It won't
We go
cover
on.
her mortgage. It will never cover her mortgage.
Okay, well then he's gotta, he'll pay for whatever, and then we'll use the money to do different things. Like, I don't know. I just
Okay,
don't think
so to let's say you are in a relationship and you make way more money. You're six figures. He's like $400,000 a year, right? I'm sorry, what did I say? 40,000.
I was gonna say 400. That's
I'm
great.
sorry. Yeah, that's great. Let's say he's 50, 40, 50, 60. You guys live together. You guys are in the house.
Whose house is it?
Good question. Very good question. Hold on. He is obviously the man, but you make more money. Now, yes. So do you let him be the man and run the house? Do you become submissive, or because you make more money, are you running the house? Are you because you let's say you pay more of the bills, or let's say you pay the mortgage, which is higher than the bills. He pays the bills, you pay the mortgage. Do you run the house when you have kids? Do you know what I mean? Do you play the masculine role? Does he have any say so in the money you guys are putting together?
Yes, he does. He has. I mean, he's the man.
Why?
Like,
He's the man.
yeah, like, I mean, any man that I'm gonna get with, they're gonna be like an alpha male. Like, they're gonna, take
Yeah.
control.
So
Um,
you'll let him do that, even though it's your
Absolutely.
money.
Yes, a man should be head of household.
Thanks, Stace. You get some points.
I would.
Ching. Get some
Oh,
points.
hey. No, but it's just real. Like, I mean, a man,
So money doesn't make the man. The man makes the man. The
right.
masculinity of the man makes the man.
Yes, absolutely. A woman wants a man to control her, to protect her, to make her feel safe. Like,
Yeah.
that's what a man is for.
So I guess my thing for the fellas, if I give any kind of advice, is stand your ground.
Hmm.
Be the man that you were taught to be. Don't worry about the money part. As long as you're able to take care of yourself and your family, and you're not like gambling and doing drugs and spending all the money on alcohol, and you worry about your household and you got your benefits, like Stacy said, and life insurance and insurance period. You know what I'm saying? Like I know with the state, if I got married, my wife goes on my
Exactly.
insurance easy.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
life.
mean?
For
For
life.
life, yeah, yeah. So take care. Don't, yeah. I mean, I guess you could have ambition too, like investing in stocks and all that stuff. But some of us just aren't into that. You know what I mean? We keep our money. We put our money in savings. We might do like 401ks and IRAs and all that stuff like that. But some of us don't want to do a business. Some of us don't want to do stocks.
Yeah, not
And that's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it
You know what I mean?
is.
Like everybody wants to like drive Teslas, and I think I hear it's worse because like
I don't want a Tesla.
our
They lock
comp
you on the inside. They
our
lock you.
competition is like celebrities, so we all want to live like these celebrities who are
Oh
literally
my gosh. Yes.
like down the street. So it's like it's
Yes.
hard to like. I mean, that's what as men, that's what we're competing against. So when women see, I don't know, whoever on the street.
NBA athlete, a football
Yeah, whatever. They
star.
think like we're all supposed to like be like that, or they think they can get that because they also are looking like, all these chicks on like like the Kardashians or whatever on social media. You know what I'm saying? They're all playing a part. They're trying to look this way. They're going to the $20 to get in clubs and popping bottles and stuff like that. They're trying to look the part.
I think that's so
It'll be
stupid.
attractive to like, guys with money. And I mean, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. All the women are trying to get Nick Cannon.
Right.
Trying to get them Nick Cannon babies so they'll be set for life.
And then the guys at that level, they share and swap around the same like 10 women. So it's kind of like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Like with everything, there's levels, different levels. But everything for me is like case by case. It's really hard to just generalize certain things, but I do believe that people's perception of like you hear talk all the time about, if you go out, should the man pay? Women shouldn't be splitting bills 50-50. The man should be paying all the bills. Like, I don't know where I really lie on all that. I do kind of feel like doing things as a team, however that looks, is what it should be. I don't know if that's 50-50 but I mean, real life, sometimes people's money's up, sometimes people's money's not up. So you have to
especially if you have your own business, you're not going to make the same amount every month.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my thing with dudes is like, don't be intimidated if your woman makes more money than you.
Yes,
as long as she respects you.
Big. Yeah,
as long as she respects you and you know it and you guys love each other and she supports you and you support her obviously. Don't be intimidated if she makes more money. My ex made way more money than me, and I was more proud of her than anything because she did everything the right way.
And that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did feel bad because I wasn't able to go certain places or whatever because I didn't want to spend money like that. But even though I did have it, but
that sounds like a problem. That sounds like a problem.
Well, she wanted to go certain places, and I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $50 to watch this because I'm not into it. That's like that.
But sometimes, like special occasions, did you go out and spend money, or were you just being a little?
No, I did. Yeah,
crude little.
I'm just saying, like stuff like like small stuff, but to me it wasn't small because it's like $50. And I'm like, I'm not into that. I don't want to see that. If I had more money to like waste, then I probably would have went. I probably would have spent $50. I probably would have paid for her tickets. I would have spent more money because it wouldn't matter to me because I would have had it. But to me, $50 is like, playing. I'd rather play tennis. I'd rather buy figures. You know what I mean? Records. You know what I'm saying? I could put that to my
but if
my
we're
DJ controller.
A special time together,
that wasn't special. If it's special, then of course. But other things just go out.
Or even if you don't want to go and spend that money at a restaurant, then I'm gonna need you to do some more romantic things for me. Like, let's go to the beach. Like, let's go to Santa Monica and have a picnic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that has nothing to do with money. I'm talking about money.
I'm talking about has a lot to do with money. Because like
beach is free.
Because I mean, sometimes I do like to go out to lavish places and just spend money, and I know women, that have means likes to do that.
Yeah,
but if we're not going to penny pinch off of like having drinks and having.
But if the guy doesn't have it, he can't do it.
Right,
he's not going to do it.
Right, so then you need to be romantic and come up with other things.
Yeah, and the guys can do that. And that's
like don't just be like, oh, I don't have
No.
Like that would get kind of annoying. That would if money's constantly brought up.
I know, but if
you're reminding me that I have more money than you, like, and that's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's in a dating process too, right? Like, but you went like after like maybe 6 months to a year, you guys are dating. Then you're finally like you're Sometimes you pay, sometimes she pays, sometimes you go Dutch. It's not a problem. It's not an issue, right?
Yeah.
That'll eventually come up
But
during the dating process. And if she's like, well, I like to spend money, blah blah, you already know he doesn't have it. So you guys are already there to be like, okay, I know Bishop doesn't have it, so I'll take care of it. It shouldn't be a big deal. Now, if it becomes a big deal, and yeah, you love me and everything, but you just like to spend money crazy because you have $500 a month to waste on, and I don't, and you're not that you might get sick of spending money on me for us to have fun, and that's a problem that we can't rock together.
Yeah, but I think men or people in this situation has to reciprocate in some other way,
right?
In some other resource.
Yes.
That makes me not think about it.
See, you laughing. Like what?
No,
what?
to be
like
honest,
what? Like
to be
what?
honest, like I'm just
saying. If you have $500 to spend a month and I don't, what else can I do to make you happy? To keep this relationship going, so we can have fun, something free that I can give to you, because I don't have $5. I can't go gambling. I can't take you out to Paris. I can't do that.
Feed me grapes, massage my feet.
Oh, that's nothing. You get that anyway. Tell me something else.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's nothing.
Treat me like a queen. Treat me like
nothing. She gets that anyway. That's nothing.
Yeah. Okay. See, but you're good. You're better than a lot. Let me tell you.
No, that's what we do. Like, when you have a relationship, you do that for your woman. You don't even ask. Well, you ask, can I massage your feet? But it's not a problem.
Right,
I'm talking about the financial part when you're dating a high value woman, financially speaking, and she has to pay, or if she wants to do things with me that I can't afford, she'll have to pay. Will that be a problem every time? Or is it not a problem? And as long as I give her vitamin D all the time and massage her feet, It's not a problem.
Yeah, it probably would be a problem if you guys are fighting. Then people make those kind of things a problem. To be honest.
See, that's the thing we're scared of. We don't want that pushback. Oh well, I make more money than you. I can. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think
you gonna throw money back at me? Okay.
Still,
that's what we're scared of.
Yeah, it has to be a communication from the very beginning, and hopefully that person doesn't switch up on you. Like that woman, hopefully she doesn't switch up on you and be like, "Oh, I'm so fucking tired of always paying."
Yeah.
Like
we need to stop being. We need to stop being shamed for our jobs. State, garbage. What else?
City jobs,
federal,
construction jobs.
I mean? Oh my God,
contractor jobs.
Perfect construction. We are good here. We are good right here. Why are we being shamed for working?
No,
we all can't be entrepreneurs. We all don't want to do that. And I don't know why you want to date one anyway, except for the financial part. You're never going to see his ass. He's going to work. He has to maintain this business to make that money to buy you that Tesla that you want to maintain it.
Yeah.
You're not going to spend any time. How you get to know entrepreneur?
But that's how it is. That's why entrepreneurs almost need to be with other entrepreneurs or people who are going to help each other be successful, or you know what I'm saying, if one's an entrepreneur and the other one isn't, then support my business, and then
what do you mean support your business?
We could do this together, do my books, or help me with marketing or street team or whatever, you know what I mean? At that point, you guys just have to figure out what your goals are. What is the goal of this relationship? Is the relationship of this goal to just sit up in the house and be in love? Or is this relationship? Yeah, is this relationship gonna be do we want to buy multiple homes across the nation, across the world? Or are we traveling? Do we want to travel? I think you really need to identify what the goal of the relationship is.
Yeah, do you want to like be Nicki Minaj's husband? Like, do you want to be Oprah Winfrey's Stedman, or do you want to be Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson? You know what I mean? Like, and then like, is it okay that I have a 9 to 5 and I date an entrepreneur and she makes more money than me? Would she give me the same respect as a man? And we're scared to deal with women like that because we don't want that the money thing to be thrown at us because we're fine where we are. Like you came into my life. You know what I mean? I'm cool in this studio apartment, 1 bedroom apartment. I make cool money. I drive a modest, Honda Civic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to vroom vroom. I'm not trying to add anything to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I got benefits. I'm cool. And you come into my life and you have all this money. You've been to Paris and you go to vacation trips to Jamaica. You make obviously more money than me, but I'm cool here. Just because I date you, do I need to make more money? It's not fair. As long as we gel and we cool and you can learn to love me and respect me and vice versa, why does that matter? It shouldn't matter. But women want that. They want they want Kevin Hart. I'm like, okay.
No, it just depends on the woman. Everybody's case by case because
Yes, of course.
good women,
I don't
yeah,
say you guys are a monolith.
yeah,
I will never
yeah,
say that.
exactly. Like good women, they want a man that treats them well and that they have fun with and that they can trust and that makes them feel good, makes them feel beautiful, makes them feel like a queen, makes them feel protected. Like I feel like those are higher priorities than um, you know,
Also,
than
I think like as soon as you meet a girl who's into hypergamy and it's all about the money with her, and the first date has to be at a restaurant, that's a red flag right there already. If a woman is like, let's do coffee or meet at the park and let's actually talk
yeah, she wants
in
to need to know
person,
you. Yeah.
exactly,
They
then
want
that's
you
a
to
good
know
sign.
you. Yeah, exactly. Like you have to like after you live a while, you start noticing you'll see the same patterns in people and the behaviors and it's going to be like, "Oh, dang, I felt this before. That's a red flag. This isn't going to work. We're not equally yoked. We're
Oh,
not,
got you. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
don't yeah, no. Sorry, buddy.
yeah.
So,
My
it's
advice for guys is just take care of yourself, take care of your health, work out every day, get rid of that gut, make sure your finances are cool, you got savings, stop spending money on weed, alcohol, take care of your family, and then take care of yourself and invest in something, life insurance, 401k, retirement, and just keep it moving and go out places and expand your mind. Take up a hobby, ride your bike. Because if you do
yes,
these
be
hobbies and stuff,
cultured.
yeah, be
Women
cultured.
also want to learn something. Women want
Yeah,
to learn.
if
We
you
want
if
to learn
you
something.
if you go
Teach me.
places and stuff, you'll meet somebody eventually. Like if you go to the bookstore, museums, galleries, meetup.com is very good. Photography and stuff like that. You'll eventually meet somebody in that wheelhouse of yours, and then you guys could go further. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
dress better. Like don't be a slob all the time. Take care of your face.
Yes, hygiene,
You know what I'm
please. That's
saying?
so important.
If you like, you be what? See, I be seeing these posts. I guess the women be showing their posts, guys posts on YouTube. Some guys just don't know what to put on the post, on their profiles or dating profiles, and
Uh,
it's embarrassing for them. You know what I mean?
right.
Always have somebody take your picture. Selfies or a no. Always take your own picture. You know what I'm saying? Go on YouTube. Let's go listen
Wait,
to
so is online
Alpha
dating the
M.
thing? Is online dating the thing? Is that how people are meeting people? Like maybe that's what I need to do.
I
I
mean,
don't
how else are you mean? Everybody got masks on. I can't see your face. Like I could be like, oh, like a woman could be like, oh, this guy knows how to dress, but what does he look like? You know what I mean? Like I could see every woman. Oh, she got a, a great body, nice eyes, but I don't know what she looks like. And then what's funny to me is women will complain on IG and be like, "Yo, this guy got at me, but I have a mask on." And then some it just don't take that much for guys to be attracted to you. I guess you got a banging booty, you got your fit body, you got eyeballs. Cool.
You got eyeballs.
Girl, what's your name?
No
What's your
teeth.
name, man?
You got no teeth.
You got no, yeah.
Yeah, no, but that mask, let me tell you, it really can change a situation. Because I saw this one guy, me and my mom, we were like, oh, he's handsome. He took his mask off. He had these little gnarly little teeth. It was a whole different experience.
That happened to me too. Like I was like, oh, this girl is fun. She got nice eyes, got nice brown, light brown eyes, banging booty, whatever. She took her mask off. You like Toucan Sam. I was like, ooh wait,
Oh,
wait. Ooh. I still would have popped out of it.
right? I know you did.
I still would have. No, I didn't though. I would.
Yeah. Well, like, this conversation is definitely going to be an ongoing one as well. So, but we should wrap it up. Save a little for next time, but I feel like we've talked this one out and I feel good about it. Like, I don't know. I think people just need to love themselves, and when they love themselves, they love others.
That's good.
All right, that's it. Talk to you later.